Today I'm going to be showing you the exact same Blakebeard stash loadout that I've been showing for years. Every single venture season. It's a staple build and it's for a good reason, because it's awesome. The thing about Blakebeard stash is that you are getting coconuts and cannonballs that do great damage. You're given a club that does tons of damage. If you guys want to see this thing in action in the regular 160s, by the way, I made a video featuring the peg leg with a 100% chance to crit. That's kind of beside the point, but link down below if you guys want to see that at the end of the video, for example. But I'm saying it's a great loadout that does not rely on any weapons from ventures. You don't need to get lucky with a good weapon. You don't need to worry about finding a xenon bow. You can use this right away, and literally level 1, you might want to farm in your first missions, but you could use it level 1 theoretically and be doing tons of damage. On top of that, the peg leg, on top of being good, actually scales to the highest power level it can be. If your normal commander, in my case 144, is higher than the regular missions of ventures, you'll be very, very well off. So that is why we're running Blakebeard stash. That is why it's always good. Typically I showcase this loadout with Luna in the lead, and she's great, but this season it really focuses on abilities, and that's why I'm running Lotus Assassin Sarah. She's a Founder's hero, no longer available, but Assassin Sarah is the exact same hero. She's available in base game missions and llamas. You can get her super easily with Flux. It's a very accessible hero. I'm just using a reskin version because I can. This is a hero that we probably all have, and then I'm changing one thing in support, Anti-Cuddle Sarah, to generate tons of energy, because we are going to be spamming abilities a ton. Why are we going to be spamming abilities? Why are you showing this loadout for the 14th time? Well, great question. Super Ninja is our modifier this season, where ability eliminations increase your melee damage and attack speed for 10 seconds. Attack speed is really, really nice for Luna, but melee damage is not usually what we focus on with Luna in regular missions, but this is Ventures. You're not really speccing any of your weapons for anything, and I don't want you guys to be relying on random melees. That's why we're using the peg leg. But the peg leg doesn't swing that fast normally anyway, and Lotus Assassin Sarah is a great combo for this second part, where melee eliminations reduce active cooldowns by 2 seconds. That is really, really good. Shadow Stance's benefits are doubled, which is great, and then it reduces range and trap damage. Shadow Stance, if you're not aware, is just the ability that all ninjas have. If I go to upgrade and inspect literally any of them, you'll see that after elimination with a melee weapon, you'll get increased armor and movement speed, which is great. Double armor means you'll be more tankier than ever before, and you'll be moving 30% faster. That's actually a really good bonus, and it makes this build super versatile, super fun. Basically, you're going to be switching off between Dragon Slash and Smoke Bomb, just killing a bunch of enemies with your ability, then killing a bunch of enemies with your melee, then throwing a smoke bomb. Then there's a lot of different ways you can go with this as well. If you want to spec into that, there's Dragon Scourge, who's really good at buffing your Dragon Slash. Then there's Tail of the Dragon, which improves your Dragon Slash. Then, of course, you can use Alchemist Sarah for medicinal fumes. Some of these are event heroes, and some of them are base game. You guys can just look through your loadouts. If you guys don't have every hero I'm using in this loadout, that's fine. I encourage you to scroll through your available heroes and just make it work, because Blakebeard stash is pretty much all you need. That's a super long intro. Hopefully I threw in some gameplay in there for you. Let's hop in game and enjoy this loadout. All right, we're finally in game. It took longer than it might have seemed. I actually have a few high-level players in here, and I'm being boosted to 126. I show that just to say that I am technically underpowered for this mission. So with Blakebeard stash, typically the first thing you want to do is just kill some enemies however you can, you know? Throw a couple of drones, maybe Dragon Slash through a few of them, getting, yes, Blakebeard stash. Those who've been watching the channel for a while actually know that I have had quite the unlucky spree in my past, where I've killed over 60 enemies failing to get Blakebeard stash active. But we got it relatively quickly here, and I'm gonna go find some enemies to use it on. All right, so once again, Dragon Slash through the crowd. Didn't kill anything that time around, but we still have the smoke bomb. Look at that. That improved attack speed is so nice. Look at all that damage. And like, was that 500,000? Oh my lord. See, I am underpowered for this mission. Power level 53 being boosted to 126. And you wouldn't even know it. I feel right at home. Okay, I'm probably going to break my peg leg doing this, but I want to eliminate a baby enemy. Just like that, and then use it on the smasher. Oh, I don't think I eliminated the baby enemy. Oh no, and I broke the peg leg, but I already have another one, so we're gonna kill it there and see what we can do. Now, obviously, we're doing half damage versus an elemental target, but still, power level 140 smasher, and I'm underpowered. This, you guys, this is why peg leg is so favored. No weapon necessary, no RNG needed. I mean, obviously you are hoping you get your treasure chest, but it's a lot less brutal than dealing with vending machines and target practice and shining animals that you got to kill in ventures. It's so consistently powerful, and I just really love showing off this build every time it comes up. So, as I'm starting an encampment I am way too low for, the other beautiful thing about this ability is that you get to eat coconuts. You get to not only improve your damage, wait for that to kill, but you also get to be healing over the course of a period of time. And just look at that. Look at that. You're just switching off between your abilities, doing a ridiculous amount of damage. And Dragon Slash is such a great combo as well, because you're dealing with crowds of enemies while boosting your peg leg to do single target damage. Everything dies. Nothing is safe in this loadout, and I just love it. All right, we're not doing too much right there. Do that. Maybe drop a... ooh, I'm running out of energy, so I need to get a melee kill to get some energy back. Throwing star just to... okay, it's not doing the throwing star. There we go. Get the attack speed up, and suddenly I'm useful. And of course, I'm not using Paleo Luna, so I'm not required to have... so I'm not, like, worrying about keeping my health up. Obviously, Luna does damage based on how much health you have remaining, and that's kind of an annoying situation when you're underleveled or you're standing in the storm. Obviously, Coconut can help with that, but in general, I feel like Assassin Sarah is a lot more consistent, and she's more available to new players. Not everybody started playing when Luna was available, so they don't even have her accessible, and this entire comparison is just useless. But being able to take advantage of Assassin Sarah, using her as strong as she is, super, super strong, and yeah, I think we've seen what we need to see. Let's head to the defense and kill some higher power level targets. Although, as I say that, I realize we're not in a 4-player mission, so it's just gonna be normal enemies, but it'll be more of them. So, the defense has begun, and my luck has run out. I have probably killed over 100 enemies in between recording here, thirsting for another Blakebeard stash chest, and it is just not happening. I don't know what went wrong. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I said to RNGesus, but the stash is just not giving out. This is the first chest I've seen in way too many kills. Hopefully I can get the ball rolling. Just switch it off between the abilities. Such an active loadout. I really enjoy it. Health is going down. Coconuts are easy to spam. Eat a couple of those. I think I should just start every altercation with a Dragon Slash. That's the way to go. And now that we got a bunch of enemies going... oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. All right. Here we go. Do that. Do that. Crowd clearing just to clear the way. I just need to grab one of these chests. I just need to grab one of these chests. Now I finally get them dropping more regularly, and I can't even consume them. Oh, no. My chaperones, the high power level players who are like, here you go, beast. We'll get you back up. All right. I just need to grab these while I can. The decoy coming in. Teammate support helping me out. All right. There we go. A little bit of inventory management. We're back in the action. Dragon Slash through the crowd. Really, really good. Activate that super fast swing speed. Look at the damage. When I'm not dying on the ground, it's so much. Look at it go. Look at it go. And then it's every few seconds. I don't actually know what the exact cooldown is. Maybe I can put it on screen, but I believe it's 4 seconds. I believe it's 4 seconds, and it actually indicates when it goes away, so I can just pay attention to all those yellow marks. So now it's obviously swinging slower. I can do this. Okay, I gotta eat, gotta eat. There we go. There we go. There we go. Gotta eat just like everybody eating cereal while watching this video. Yeah, I see you, Mark. Full of cereal, just watching this video. Probably stopped chewing. Thinks I'm probably talking to him right now. I know. I'm on to you. I'm on to you. I was gonna try and guess a flavor, but there's no way. There's no way I get that lucky. So this is cool. This is honestly one of my favorite types of builds, and I feel like Assassin Sarah is really coming into play here. Luna is so dependent on having health, and I obviously don't always have my health up, and she's so dependent on swing speed that's also a major consideration. So the fact that Assassin Sarah is stacking up damage, you look at that little long range ability, use it on the big target. So I can just be stacking my damage up to 5, doing 90% more with my my peg leg here. It's beautiful. I'm going to use that actually again, the little long range action. Just kill the one target, swinging faster versus Smasher, getting stopped by the Bull Rush. That is an elemental Smasher, and I'm being clunky with it breaking in the middle of attacking. That's really solid. That's really solid. I don't think I had any teammates doing any extra damage to that Smasher. Like, that's just the peg leg. Peg leg and Assassin Sarah doing solid damage. Like, it's such a great combo. If you're a new player, hopefully this helps you out. I know that Blakebeard Stash isn't accessible to everybody who just started playing, but honestly, I'm covering this game for everybody. Lots of people watching have been playing for years, have several copies of Blakebeard Stash, and maybe you never tried them out. Maybe you use them every season, and you're just enjoying this with me. Like, yeah, I knew he was good, but who doesn't want to see Blakebeard Stash screw up a bunch of enemies? Isn't it gorgeous? Look at that! 500,000 on the crit. Taker just gets taken straight out of the sky. I love that. How much health does a 140 Taker have? I'm going to link that spreadsheet down in the description below if you guys ever want a resource for how strong all the different enemies are. It's really, really useful, and yeah, it's a good resource because knowing how much those bigger targets have is kind of impossible to test without that. And I'm also curious because that Taker took a lot of damage from that. Like, 500,000 didn't seem like enough to one-hit a Taker, but it certainly certainly did the trick. Yeah, I was a little confused there because I wasn't sure if I'd killed anything with my ability, and I'm standing in beehives. It's not really the best gameplay from me right now. All right, so here's my new plan. I'm going to throw that on accident, eat a coconut, and then not stand in the storm. I need to keep remembering that coconuts actually do give you a damage bonus. It's only about 16%, but it's not nothing. I'm also going to throw a drone just to get some extra support there because I'm trying to show this build realistically. A lot of times when I'm showcasing Blakebeard Stash, I try to only use the peg legs, or I only use the melee aspect of the build just to showcase the peg legs, I guess. But realistically, we got to be switching off between our abilities and our main weapon, just like this. Dragon Slash is so strong in this build. That's also why I use Assassin Sarah. I don't know if I've even mentioned this video, but Luna, with all the things I've mentioned already, Luna is very limited in abilities. She has Crescent Kick and Smoke Bomb. And can I even remember the other one? I think she has Kunai. I might even be wrong. She has such forgettable abilities that you basically just never use them. And that makes sense. Luna is obviously designed as a melee hero. She makes melees better. So much better that it's overpowered if she had Dragon Slash or something genuinely useful on top of all that, and so I don't blame them for making her limited in that capacity. But oh, look at this, just knocking it out, just locking down this entire straightaway. Dragon Slash just puts in so much work. If I was a skilled player, I would do this, targeting the beehive in the background, because they are adding up so much extra damage. Let's not forget that I'm standing in the storm right now. Coconuts are just showing how overpowered they are. I've said this a lot on my channel before, but coconuts are, in my opinion, in my honest opinion, I'm not just being a hyperbolic YouTuber, I genuinely think coconuts are the best support hero perk in the entire game. They heal you for a ridiculous amount. You get about a third of your health back with every single coconut, and you get fast, very useful residual healing for the next 30 seconds. That's why I keep eating them when I have full health. Not only for the 30 seconds of healing, just in case I take damage, and I know I am because I'm standing in the storm, but also, let me do this real quick here. Just ate a coconut, get that extra damage. Look at all that extra damage. Teammate even marked him. Thank you very much. Look at that. Also, Smoke Bomb, by the way, did you know it slows enemies down? That might sound silly to mention if one of my experienced viewers is watching right now, but I personally, of all people, you know, beast who should typically know things about the game, did not know about that. Somebody commented that he could be like used to slow down the slow down the Storm King, and that was useful in some capacity. I was like, no, it doesn't. It does. It absolutely does. Smoke Bomb slows enemies down. I didn't know that for the longest time. I believe that works not on mini bosses, but it definitely works on smashers. So if you guys are ever melee, you know, running melee like this, or even if you're running this exact build and you see a smasher walking up on your defense, just be aware that, you know, smoke screen or smoke bomb actually slows them down, and that is a great way to get a little bit more time to kill those targets. But as I was saying, the coconuts are giving you a 16% damage bonus on top of that residual healing, which is super useful. So you're doing more damage with your weapon, healing over time, healing off a chunk of health at the exact same time is gorgeous. It's gorgeous. How about that sliding around, by the way? I've made no mention at all of this brand new map. I think we've all kind of seen it at this point. It's not so dramatic. Dragon Slash, by the way, decent for getting around the map. If you're ever trying to move quicker in this build, spam Dragon Slash. But yeah, I haven't even explored underground nearly as much. I think we did that showcase video, obviously, where we went underground and saw underneath the map, but I personally have not found myself going underneath into these caves hardly at all, and I maybe should have. I need to explore that area. It's cool that a map this expansive has so many secrets, but I've been sort of in a content creator's mindset. You see, Venture Season 18 started when I was on vacation, and that means I was not only a week late to start the Ventures videos, the Ventures Loadouts videos like this one you're seeing here, but I was also late to Frost Night and the other news that Battle Royale had going on, and I just got behind. So I am so focused on getting loadouts up on the channel, showing you guys some good ways to play with this season. I'm sure plenty of you are already done, but let's be honest, if you're already done with Ventures in the first 2 or 3 weeks, then you probably never even needed my help. But hopefully to the new viewers, this was helpful, and for those who didn't need the loadout, hopefully I was entertaining enough, just murdering all these enemies with the new hit marker sound effects, which is contentious. Some people don't like the hit marker sounds. I think it's fun. In a game like this where I don't put too many traps down, it's just me and the drones causing those hit marker sounds, and that auditory feedback gives like so much of a nice audio crunch to every hit that it's kind of satisfying in a limited capacity, but when you're running this build, everything's satisfying. Thank you guys again for watching. Subscribe for new. I'll see you guys in the next one, and yeah, have a good rest of your day. Enjoy the Ventures grind, you know? Here's a couple more loadouts at the end screen there. And then